Welcome back to Math with me, Maricel Lopez, your second grade math virtual content specialist. Think of me as your teacher's helper. In this video, we will be working with shapes, well, virtually at least. We will practice using a virtual Tangram manipulative. I played around with it a little bit myself, and let me tell you, it's very student friendly. I'm sure you will enjoy using these virtual Tangrams. All right, let's get started. If you look at the bottom of this screen, there is the link that will take us to the virtual Tangram manipulatives. However, when your teacher shares this lesson with you, you can also click on this Tangram image up here, and it will take you directly to the virtual Tangram manipulatives. We will also learn what all of the buttons on this screen are capable of doing. Are you ready to begin? Let's click, and here we are on the website. The first button I want you to pay attention to is this button over here. Basically, what that button does is it gives you a blank workspace for you to work on. If you would like to have dots in the background to help you measure the shapes that you're working with, you can click on any of these workspaces with dots in the background. It kind of works like grid paper. If not, you can just use the blank workspace. If you want to challenge yourself even more, there are various outlines that you can choose from. It's kind of like a puzzle so that you can decide what shapes were used to make that form. So here I already started working on a house, and as you can see, I used some of the triangles at the bottom. So let's try one together. You're going to click on here. You can pick a rectangle, trapezoid, something that looks like a bird, a dog. There are many outlines for you to choose from. So let me show you how I started the house. Click on the house, drag it out, and then I started playing around with some of the tangram shapes. Now, the way that I can drag the tangrams out from the left panel is by making sure that the blue arrow is selected, right? We always want the arrow so that we can click and pick whatever shape it is we are going to work with. If you want to rotate the shape around, you have to make sure you click on the corner, and then you can turn the shape in whatever direction you want until you're happy with the way that it's going to fit. So I need to turn this one a little bit more, and then voila. It's very simple. If you want to undo something that you did, you can click on this eraser at the bottom, and then you click on whatever shape you would want to disappear or erase. And as long as you see the blue eraser is selected, you can keep clicking to erase things. If you want to erase the whole workspace and start from scratch, you go to this button up here at the top. It says Reset All. Then it's going to ask you if you're sure. If you want to clear the whole workspace, you can click OK. And then voila, you have your blank workspace again. If you're building something like I am right now, and you want to label it, you can click on the letter T with the box around it. And that will allow you to create a text box, and you can type whatever you would like in the text box. So I'm going to label my creation Christmas tree because it looks like a Christmas tree. If you want to label something with an arrow, you can click on the text box with the box around and the arrow. And again, you can type, I used 3 triangles. Right? If you're describing the figure that you created. If you click on the question mark, a little guide will pop up. Which gives you a lot of little helpful hints that you can use when you're working on the virtual manipulatives. If you want to work with all of the tangrams, you can drag this whole image over here, and then all of the shapes are available for you to click and drag and use them however you wish. If you want to flip a shape vertically, you can click on this. Flip it horizontally, you can click on this. Let's practice with an example from today's lesson. Use the two smallest triangles in the Tangram virtual manipulative to make one larger triangle. So let's go back to the Tangram virtual manipulatives. And if you look, the two smallest triangles are the blue ones. So if I put them next to each other, that doesn't really make a larger triangle. So what I might need to do is rotate this a little bit. And look at that. If I rotate one of the triangles and I put them next to each other like so, then I have a larger triangle. Let's take a look at the triangle that I created. You can see the outline of the two smaller triangles in the larger triangle. When you split an object or figure into equal parts, that is fractions. And we're going to get into fractions, but there are two smaller triangles that make up this larger triangle, and each one of those triangles is half of the larger triangle. So one whole large triangle is equal to two halves, two smaller triangles. And we will learn more about fractions in our next video. Nice work today, mathematician. You have learned a lot about how to use the virtual Tangram manipulatives, and I'm sure you will become more comfortable as you keep using them as well. Great work today. Until next time, bye-bye.